So today is April. Alright, so today's April 2nd, 2022. Alright, day 2 out of 21-day fasting, which is great. I'm going to continue from day 1 with 20 reps everything. On the last workout, which is by the rip right, this right here, I wasn't able to complete it. Hopefully I'm going to complete at least 5 of the reps and the whole countdown. There's a whole countdown that kind of goes with it. So that's my goal today. So I failed this part on day 1 on rip right, but let's see how today works out. All it takes for me just to implement a little bit more focus on that type of exercise compared to yesterday. Yesterday I was just burnt. So today I noticed on the 1.5 miles, I made it at the 14-minute mark, which is pretty good. On the stretch, the beginning of the run, I was able just to keep the form of exercise of jogging, and I had about 2 to 3 good pauses. Yeah, so it was a great run today. It was very sunny. I was thinking about, which I'm doing now, working out a little bit earlier so I have the rest of the afternoon just to kind of relax, do some studies into going into work. All right, so we're about to get started now on this exercise, the same exercise. We did amend a few things. What's playing on the YouTube today is continue on the Shahrazad, if I pronounce that correctly, Shahrazad Ali, and the whole, let me see if I get the title for you. And we're playing this for the whole April. Alright, so now the phone is delayed. Yeah, the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Alright, so I'm gonna have that play in the background. Feel free to participate in this exercise. The results is definitely there, okay? So we're about to get started.
The training message from the mother in this instance is: 1. The black man is a liar. 2. Don't believe in him, he'll disappoint you. 3. The black man will desert you, no security. 4. Withholding information is a necessary practice when dealing with the black man. 5. And if you're going to deal with the black man, you have to have a plan. While the aforementioned statement examples may seem trite or unimportant, remember that they are of great significance since they are a part of the first introductory impressions on the girl child about the black man, who is usually not present to defend himself or prove that the charges are not true. To the girl child, these impressions represent the pure truth from the person who takes care of her, her mother. In the two-parent home, the girl child has an easier time learning how to charm the father and get him to cooperate with her and grant her wishes. She adopts these skills to manipulate a person whom she already believes is not too swift mentally, according to mom. She also sees that the father will give the mother a verbal order, and later she sees the mother do something else different or in direct opposition. She also learns the politics of female survival regarding chastisement. If the father tells her to do something or reprimands her, she finds that she can go to the mother and get the ruling changed or omitted completely. Above all, she can usually get sympathy from the mother in words, or even more powerful, from her mother's eyes, which say, "Do it, you know how he is," or "I'll make it up to you later," or "I agree with you, he's wrong, but do it anyway." In either case, the father's word is deemed questionable and should be examined and verified to determine if it's wrong. Also, that his word can be opposed or rejected successfully. If the father becomes vocally angry with the mother, she may show her protectiveness by sending the girl child from the room or outside to play. if the father is rightfully angry, unbeknownst to the child. The mother may be extra nice to deter his attention from the issue, to get his mind off of it. The father may be right, but the teaching message is, 1. He's dangerous and wants to argue, but I'll protect you from him. 2. This is something I have to endure, but you don't. 3. He can be swayed with a little kindness and charm. 4. He's our boss, but we don't like it because he's unfair. The girl child watches her mother simulate several emotions: pleasure, admiration, enthusiasm, interest, and cooperation. But the cutting side of the issue is that the mother obviously is projecting faked agreement, and it seems to work. In addition to these negative impressions about the capabilities and inconsistencies of the black man who's gone all the time anyway, the girl child is introduced to fairy tales as bedtime and storytime reading. Some of the stories are fantasy about the wonderful life white men and white women lead. They tell about how gallant the white man is and how he always saves the day for the white woman. Sometimes the stories are about black people. Most of the children's books are written by black females who present the black man in superficial roles, or they are shown as black men practicing a white lifestyle. The descriptions are usually vague, since the black woman does not know or admit the good values in the black man. One can only describe with words what one knows or discovers, and the black woman is hard-pressed to dig up good renditions about the black man and put it into words. Since she doesn't live it, she can't report about it. If the books are about Africa, the girl child still cannot really identify or mesh the African king idea with her daddy down in the living room sprawled in his favorite chair while she watches her mother work in the kitchen. Her small mind cannot assimilate well enough to distinguish a routine setting from the artificial pictures shown in storybooks. The black mother thinks that fairy tales are harmless entertainment for her daughter and son and have no other intrinsic value to the development of the child. A new brain, not yet equipped with the psychological tools to filter or disseminate information, accepts any and all information it is programmed with as the truth. Fairy tale characters, cartoons, and talking animals represent the truth to them, and judging the outcome are very detrimental to the child's development and reality recognition. Consequently, when the girl child arrives at school, she has already been programmed with a bushel of false ideas about what is real and unreal, and what is for play and what actually exists. Between seeing and touching real flesh and blood people and being introduced to Mickey Mouse, a talking rat, Cinderella, Snow White, Superman, Cookie Monster, Big Bird, Donald Duck, Casper, Bugs Bunny, the Smurfs, the Muppets, and Garfield, and a host of other cartoons, she is quite confused. She carries these fantasies into the future, and they govern many of her emotions and ideas. They become deeply rooted in her psyche and will override true information from other sources. She is not just looking at the cartoons, she is also listening to their dialogue and copies their responses. She is taught to love these artificial personalities. During this time, she is also introduced to Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Cupid, and the Tooth Fairy. All of these toy animals and people are presented to her as good, and none of these first heroes, which she is taught to love and admire, are black. Other than possibly her girl baby dolls, she is not introduced to her own culture. Be aware that all of the misinformation imparted in this chapter is transmitted to the black female child, usually from the mother, by the time she is 5 years old. What a beginning. Chapter 2, Teenage Years. By the time the black girl child reaches teendom, she is fully schooled in the various manipulative skills available to be used on the black man. The fact that these opinions have been formed from her emotionally wrought mother, television soap operas, Hollywood movies, true romance magazines, and love songs does not matter to her. She believes these are documents of truth that she must adhere to be accepted into the womanhood club. By this time, she is eager to learn all she can about the opposite sex with a single motivation of getting the black man to literally eat out of her hand. Keeping certain secrets from the teenage boy as a way of life is already established as the norm. It is during this time that the black teenage girl forms a special bond with her mother regarding black men, a type of in-house conspiracy that may include 1. A warning from the mother about not telling the father how much an item of clothing really cost. 2. Not letting the father know that the mother had an accident or forgot to pay an important bill. 3. That the daughter is dating prematurely or came in late. 4. That the daughter is on birth control. 5. Keeping quiet about the girl failing a test in school to keep her from being punished or grounded. Any topic discussed that begins with "don't tell your father" is wrong. This kind of conspiracy between the black mother and the black teenage girl seals their secret relationship, one where information is withheld in the name of keeping the peace, a seemingly honorable intention. Lies operate on the domino principle. If one lie is told, the teller is forced to tell another, and another, and another. At the time, the lie may seem harmless enough. They are considered a necessity. Thus, by using these tactics, the black teenage girl continues to prove to herself that the black man can be manipulated by 1. Instructing her mother to tell her boyfriend that she's not home in order to make him jealous. The mother will usually comply and relate the lie to the black male caller. 2. Pretending she is not ready when her date arrives to make him wait, sweat, or worry a little. 3. Using her feminine attributes of flattery or a swivel of the hips to get his attention. She practices how to use sexual innuendo.
Okay. A little bit more focus. A little bit more of controlling the breathing. Big difference from yesterday. I do feel and think that yesterday was like a little bit, I didn't take much break. So from the walking and jogging, I kind of just set up and hit record and went straight to the workout. That my arms was burnt. My legs was good, my abs was good. My abs, they were good, but my arms were burnt. Today was a little bit more switching the exercise just a tad bit, where I went from the lateral raises on each side, 20 on each side, and I went to the ab roll next. So the ab roll was definitely a little bit more controllable this time. And yeah, seems like the camera just stopped recording, whatever. So continuing what I was saying is that from the shoulders, I went ahead and did the curls with the brick, and then I went into the rip right, which she was able to see me extend all the way out, maintain it, and go 5 reps, which is 5, and I did 9, 3 is did 12, did 1, so I did about 14 reps on that one. Let me see if I can be able to increase it to a 6 count so I can get closer to the 20 reps. But I'm proud of myself because yesterday that was a burnout. I barely got through it. So after the rip right, went into the raises, and that was pretty good. So tomorrow on day 3, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna do 20 again, just to be sure that it's confirmed with the form, the breathing, the strength, the motions, everything is there before I start manipulating the numbers to increase it or decrease it. Today's Saturday, so yeah, so tomorrow we do 20 again, why not? And I'll go up a rep with the rip right. The rip right I'll do 6. But at least today I was able to hold on. That's the right word, hold on, because I want to get through the exercise, and if I can't, I'm gonna do it again until I get it right. All right, hopefully the audio that's playing in the background is very helpful. You know, parental advisory if any young kids are listening on that. But I only heard one word that, you know, most of us are still using that word, which is okay. I guess it's okay to most people. But I'm not here to trigger anyone that's watching. I'm here to, with good intentions, where these type of difficult topics can become more of a, oh yeah, I've spoken about this before, I know what to say. You know, the difficult topics can become a little bit more easier. You know, that it's not shameful to bring it up at a family discussion where yelling is breaking out or some kind of verbal abuse is being broken out or whatever. I don't want to get off topic, but just to be able to respond in a mature way on difficult topics, I think is very mature. It's mature to society. And for the men out there, you know, from my understanding, from my experience, when a man gets into a relationship with a partner, a woman, is more of, for the men, there's a high expectation that you should know. You should know better not to do this. You should know how to maintain your finances. You should know how to do something. So when we come into a relationship pretty naive, for some reason our partner is not verbally saying it, but they kind of wish their man knew something, you know? We don't know everything, but I guess the fundamental stuff. So before I get carried away, you know, thank you for watching. Day 3 is on. This is the 21 days. If the weather stays like this, it's definitely going to be a great, straightforward 21 days of working out. Day 2 already. Feel like I never left. That 10-day break I had, that was just a little minor break. And that was nothing. So just to continue feeling fit is a blessing. It's definitely. So you guys take care. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Different setup today. I didn't want to be in the sun, so I chose to be in some shade and still be able to work out. So you guys take care, all right?